How to Trim a Door Like a Pro by Easy Hang Door.
Measuring trim, if you can see the little dado that's in the jambs when you put them together, it works good to measure right to that. That gives you about 1/4 of an inch reveal on the edge of your door casing to your jamb. So if we pull the measurement across there, we end up with about 48 3/8. And that will be the short side of our 45 on the miters. Now to measure, we run the short side of our miter out so we don't have to hook our tape to the trim. Measure our 48 3/8 and mark on the bottom.
Set the short side of the cut on a flat surface. This will allow you to hook your tape easily.
As you can see, we got our cut so that it lines up with the edge of our dado on both sides, just slightly under. The problem is we've got a little bit of rock here in our trim. And what we've got going on is our drywall is sticking out a little bit. There's maybe a little bow or something in the stud. So what we're going to do is right at this edge where the drywall meets the door jamb, just going to bend it in a little bit. See, that allows our trim to fit a lot tighter to the jamb.
Ease the edge of the drywall with a hammer. This will allow the trim to fit snugly to the jamb.
Now we want to leave the trim so it's equal all the way around. So we've got about 1/4 of an inch reveal there. So we want to place this trim at about 1/4 of an inch reveal at the top so it matches here and here.
Use a 1/4 inch reveal on painted trim. This allows sufficient room for a small bead of caulk.
Now we want to measure and cut our side jambs. Side casing, Measure to the top half of your miter. Check both sides. Now you notice we're cutting on the long side of the 45 and cutting down to a short this time. That's a little easier to measure. And a good tip is to put a little shim underneath the piece before you cut it. This will actually back cut the trim a little bit. Actually be this way, back cut a little bit, so that just the face edge of the trim hits.
Cutting on a slight inward bevel allows the front edges of the trim to fit tighter.
You can see we got a pretty good fit this time. A lot of times you'll have to adjust your miter. Sometimes if you have a gap like that, then you want to take a cut off on the top edge, or sometimes if your gap is the opposite way, if you would have a gap up here, you would want to try to take maybe a half blade off the bottom side edge. Now in order to keep the miters staying tight and looking perfect, it's a good idea to glue them before you nail them together. inches. You don't want to get much more than that. Here with painted trim, you can probably go that maximum 16 inches because you're going to caulk where the jamb and the trim meet, and you also will be caulking where the trim meets the wall. Once again, we got a pretty nice cut. Miter looks nice and tight all the way across. We'll glue it and nail it together.
Remove any excess glue quickly with a cloth. This will also help to fill any small voids. Easy hang door. Perfect fit every time.